What it do, E-World? Crisscrossing wires. This is a throwback of my first battery build. After trying several different techniques, I finally went with soldering copper strips. 2mm strips. Alright, here it is. Little short clip. Alright. I expect the haters to be out late night. You know, because they ain't got nothing to do. You know, the haters ain't got no girlfriends or nothing. So, late night, they just be running them up. See, I kind of messed up with this strip over here when I had that joker in the house and I wasn't paying attention, and I didn't lay the solder down, make my little pancakes like I normally do. That kind of threw me off, but anyway, we'll get it together. We'll get it together. See that, Lou? I got back this time, bro. You know, normally that don't happen. I tried to get back with the quickness. Also, one little tip I did do off camera prior to starting on this video. Like I said, I went through several different techniques of bonding the cells, you know, soldering, welding, nickel, copper. But prior to that and off screen, not only did I group cells with similar voltages, and because they were brand new, they all had the same voltages, exactly 3.5. But most importantly, I grouped the cells according to their internal resistances. All right, so you know, I measured them all. Well, there's a certain, you can't just measure their internal resistance. You actually have to well, I'm not even gonna go how you do it, but basically you take a couple measurements and then you have to do a calculation in order to determine the internal resistance. Now they have fancy machines that can measure batteries' internal resistances, but they're really expensive. So you know, I have to run some tests with running, you know, voltage and the current through the cell, and with resistor for the load, and then calculate using my formula to come up with the internal resistances. Group them all together, and those are ones that's in parallel. Alright, out. The charge pack only has an output current of 10 amps, just as a charger would that you use in a house. The output current is regulated. It cannot not output any more than 10 amps. And It also will have a BMS as well as backup. But that is how that works, and that will connect to the charge side on your battery, not on the discharge side. Now the Racepack is standalone, so you're not trying to balance that, because you're going to completely disconnect your normal pack that runs your bike. Let's say you normally run your bike on 72 volts, or let's say you got a 60 volt. You know, your Racepack might be 96 volts or 108 volts. So you'll be disconnecting your battery pack at your controller, your normal pack, totally disconnected, and plug up the Racepack. That it will be isolated, so you're not worrying about matching up the voltages. Now, if you want to run them parallel is the only time you will have to balance those voltages. And for the most part, the easiest way to do it is just full charge both. And yes, both packs will have to be the same voltage. You won't be able to use a higher voltage pack. So, you know, like I said, your Racepack, because it's your Racepack, you might want to run on a higher voltage system. So, but yeah, if you're just increasing your capacity, running in parallel, you're gonna have to balance them voltages for sure. But I will explain that to somebody that actually buys one. Ain't no need in me going through that, all the details with people that ain't even interested in getting the thing. But trust and believe me, I've already been doing that for the longest time, and actually running batteries in parallel is how I've been managing to get by up until now. The reason why I'm building this Racepack, to eliminate all those running batteries in parallel. Right now I got my NB power pack, which is just a standard pack that I bought off of Amazon. Is by NB Power. It's a 72 volt 38.4 amp hour pack. Normally it's regulated with 150 amp BMS, which is bypass right now. So I have been able to get about 250 amps out of those Panasonic cells. And yeah, NB power packs come with Panasonic cells, at least the one I have does. And after doing a little, you know, research on cells, man, Panasonic actually makes a really good cell as far as 18650s go, man. They have real good cycle life. They are able to maintain their discharge current even under high temperatures. Like a lot of cells, you know, when they get hot and reach high temperatures, a lot of them start falling off as far as the amount of current they can produce. But man, them Panasonic cells, they good to go. They actually been testing better than the Samsung kill. But I have both. It's definitely a whole lot more rigid and stiffer.